Hey everyone, welcome back to 25 Sweetpeas and welcome back to a part 2 video actually. So yesterday you guys saw me create a really kind of fun and summery pool water nail art manicure, which you guys are seeing here. So if you missed that, be sure to go check out that video before watching this video because we are building upon yesterday's manicure today. So, I was thinking, what is so cute about pools in the summer? And honestly, it's the pool floaties, I think. So I thought we would kind of create one on this whole pool-like design. So I'm going to be showing you how to create a pineapple pool floaty, which you probably could have guessed considering you guys know me and I like pineapples. So that is what we're doing. I am starting off with some white acrylic paint just to kind of create the base of the floaty and kind of sketch out what we're going to do. Plus, I have always found my yellow acrylic paint to be a bit thin, so I would rather just work on a white base and not have to build it up and do like multiple layers of yellow. So I'm using a kind of medium-sized, actually like regular paintbrush from a craft section, I believe from Michael's, and that is what I've done for the pineapple. I did the whole watered down method again to just make it a little bit easier to work with than acrylic paint straight out of the bottle. Then I let that dry and then I moved on to my short detailer brush by Orally that I use in a lot of videos, and I am using the yellow acrylic paint and I'm painting on the yellow part of the pineapple. Now, you could of course change up the colors because pool floaties totally do that. They play with non-typical colors for these sorts of things, so you could really change this up and have a lot of fun, but I did go with the kind of traditional, what you would expect pineapple colors, and it was a lot of fun. I think I have actually done a similar design in the past, but I'm sure, or I would hope, that this one is better than the original one I did. If I can find a link to it, I will, but I know I did this a few years ago. But I do like this much better than then. So once that is done, I am going to actually kind of add some white to the yellow paint or vice versa, whichever way I want to work, and I'm going to create the little detailed marks of the pineapple. For this, I am putting little V shapes all along the yellow with a lighter white-ish yellow, and I know it's kind of really hard to see on camera, but they are there in person, as you guys might be able to see in the photos. I hope you'll be able to see in the photos, but you can see it in the fun little animated intro that I made for this video, which I had so much fun with. And then once that is done, I'm going to go in and start with the green part. So I have decided to work with two different greens for the green aspect of the pineapple. But first then I'm going in with an acrylic green. I believe it is called a grass green. It is just your traditional green shade. I didn't mix it with anything, which is super nice because I can just use it right out of the bottle. And I'm going to fill that in. Then once that is done and dried, I am going to add in another green just to give it a bit more depth and kind of more details as well, because I do feel like there are a lot of those pool floaties that kind of change it up and kind of give some fun shapes and patterns to the floaties, which I think is super fun. And like I said earlier, for the other part, I also put those sorts of designs in the graphic at the beginning of this video, which I all hand created as well on my iPad, and it was so much fun. But it is important to let each layer dry in here, so once you do get this done, be sure to let it dry before you go in with the next shade, which, as you guys can see here, now it is dry, and I'm going to go in with the same green, but I have mixed it with a little bit of white to kind of lighten it, and I am putting in some little detailed lines. If any of them become too bold or anything, just remember to go back in with the initial green that you were using and kind of touch them up, which is what I did. I felt like they were a little too bright, so I went and kind of darkened them a little bit with the initial green that we used. And then that was it for this manicure. Honestly, it was really rather easy. Comes together pretty quick. And of course you want to make sure all of your art details are dry before you put on your top coat, but then I decided to go with a matte top coat, which I do really like. For this design, I feel like it makes it actually look like the floaty is on the pool. Also, one quick thing I forgot to mention is I'm going in right now with some just white acrylic paint and giving it little shine lines as if it were hanging out in the sun and the sun was hitting it. I wasn't too precise on like thinking about where the light was coming from or anything like that. I did also go in off camera and put in a shadow underneath the floaty, which you don't have to do by any means either. And that is then when I did the matte top coat, and I feel like that really locked in the design and made it look a bit more realistic. So here is a final look. I absolutely love this manicure. I've worn it for about 2 to 3 days now, and it's been so much fun. On my thumb, I also did a little avocado floaty just because I thought it would be fun and cute, and it was. So there is that. It was really rather easy, and like I said, if you are just watching this video and you've not watched yesterday's video, you can head over to my previously posted video, and that is where I will show you how to create the pool water background for this design. Or you could totally just do this floaty on a normal nail polish. It's totally up to you, and there are so many fun options. So that is it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here soon for another new video. Bye!